Ito tayo harap na.
Oo.
Hello. So we have our next speaking success story with Keer. Here in Abu Dhabi, hat palayo. I-treat niya ako na. Bakit?
Well,
Anong meron?
first of all, guys, it's Sir Jeffrey's birthday today. So let's greet him a happy birthday.
So, yes, birthday ka pero hindi ako masyadong masaya, madami yung problema eh. Okay, so start na natin yung thank you from Pain. Okay, so start na natin. Keer, how are you?
Wow, I'm feeling great actually.
Naririnig niyo ba guys?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. So yeah, overall I feel great. I'm very blessed that I nailed the exam. I mean, yeah, flabbergasted. Exactly.
Have you ever expected that you will pass this on just only take one?
Well, at first I was really not sure of myself if I may be able to pass the exam or get a 7 at least in speaking. But with the help of this group, the one that you made, so it was really helpful, and it really improved my speaking ability. So thank you for this.
Okay, kasi they're asking why you are together. So please give them a little background about you. And then bakit nga tayo magkasama?
Yeah. So yeah, we are currently here in Abu Dhabi, UAE. So Sir Jeff and I were colleagues before. He was my head nurse in a home care facility before. So we've known each other for a long time. So I started my career here with the same company before, and now he's back again here in Abu Dhabi because previously he was in Dubai. So it was really a good opportunity that we had this live interview, like face-to-face interview.
Okay. So yes. So Keer, when did you took the exam? Where did you took it?
I took the exam last October 16, if I'm not mistaken.
October 16,
Yeah.
So just last weekend.
Yeah, Friday to be exact. And the result, it came in.
Yesterday.
I got the message like last night. So I was with my wife. So I was very nervous when I got the message. I mean the notification, and then I handed it over to my wife, the phone, because I don't want to see the result because I was really.
Because you're not sure.
Yeah. I was really anxious while waiting before and after the exam. I was really anxious.
Okay. Where did you took it?
I took it IDP, CBT based in here in Abu Dhabi. It's near World Trade Center.
Yeah. Why did you took IDP or computer based?
I chose it because it's a stone's throw away from for my accommodation. Yeah. So and CBT is I think it's quite more convenient for me since I'm really computer literate, if I may say. Yeah.
Okay. So,
and the result is quicker than paper-based.
So it's not long agony if you will take computer-based.
Yeah, CBT.
So yes, how did you prepare? Even before ba, confident ka sa English mo na magaling ka sa English?
Wow. Yeah, before I was confident, yeah, but when I started studying IELTS, then I did level myself, and I think I was not enough. I mean, my English language is not enough for me to pass the IELTS. So I really took time to study and learn a few vocabs and idioms. Before I was not really using any vocabs in my day-to-day. I didn't even know what idioms are. So because of the speaking group, I did learn a lot.
How about, because you got good score also in listening and reading, so what materials did you use? How did you practice?
Yeah, as most of you guys here, so I've just used the IELTS online test. I did my listening and reading test there. So it was really good to like practice in their site, because it is somehow the same setting in the actual exam. Though the reading part was quite harder in the online test, but it will really help. Yes.
Okay, and you also got a good score for your writing, and it's actually qualified for you to go to the United
Uh-huh.
Kingdom. So how did you prepare also for writing?
Yeah, so I got 6.5 in writing actually. Honestly, I didn't prepare much when it regards to writing. I just practiced twice doing the test 1 and test 2. So like a week before my exam, I I did the test, like test 1 and test 2. And then a day before or 2 days before my exam, I did it again. So I just familiarized how the structure is, how to compose the paragraph, intro, and overview, conclusion. So I also watch the video of Clint and Joy, which Sir Jeff was uploaded in YouTube.
How about other YouTube channel?
YouTube channel, not really. I think E2 language, but not too much. The one that I find very helpful was Clint's video and Joy. So that's it.
So if you don't mind, you can share them your score.
Oh yeah.
What's your score?
Really, guys, I didn't really expect to have this kind of scores, but
Listening,
yeah, listening I had 7, and then reading is 7 as well. Writing is 6.5, speaking is 7. So
and then
overall
overall,
7,
overall 7.
yeah,
So qualified for UK.
at least.
So okay, let's talk about your actual exam. How do you find your listening and reading on your actual exam?
Wow. During my listening and reading, listening was quite tolerable. It was actually the listening exam was actually easier than in the IELTS online, and the speaker was speaking very smoothly, so you can understand it. But to be honest, I was not in my good shape at that time. So, but at least I got a passing score, alhamdulillah, still. And then reading, when it comes to reading, the passage was small. I mean, it's
Long?
not long. I had like 3 parts, so it's like 5, maximum of 5 passages, or 6, 5 to 6. And then the paragraph or the sentences was not very long and complex, so it was easy to find the answer. But I was really I was really sleepy at that time, so so score because I'm having a problem when it comes to reading exam, because I'm not a voracious reader, so I find it very boring. So yeah, at least I got a 7 for that.
Okay. Um, so let's read the
Mm-hmm.
comment. Sir, kindly explain the listening in computer based that's allowed some extra time to transfer every time that you
Oh no.
get to the next page.
There's no allotted time for us to transfer the exam. I mean the answers that we have.
You
But
go directly.
yeah, you will directly input it on the computer. However, there is like a 1 minute free time at the end of each part, where you can just review all your answers. They will hand you a piece of paper. You can use that, but I didn't use that either. So I just input my answers directly.
Okay. From pain, maybe you think general. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? What do you mean pain? Do you mean like general
What's
Training
general?
or academic? Is that what you mean? I think he took, of course, some
Yeah, I took
academic training.
academic for
Academic.
US visa screen.
Okay. So how about your writing? Later, we will go for your Q&A.
Should be an honor.
Okay.
Who's Spain? Okay, yeah. So,
Your writing, anong task?
oh yeah,
Task 1.
task one. There was 4 countries, 2 Middle East and 2 European
Is that
countries.
chart or
It's a
diagram?
table.
Table.
It's just a table, and then there are 3 categories of. It's like water usage for each category. So industry, um, what else? Domestic use, and I forgot the third one. But it's only 3 categories and 4 countries. You just do the highlights. I mean,
Okay.
where are they varying from each other?
Okay. And how about the task 2? What is your task 2?
Oh, task two. Well, um, the main idea of my task two was a parent which is suggesting that children should pay less time on studying and focus more on physical activities. On what extent do I agree or disagree? So I disagreed. I answered it's more crucial that parents should allow their children to pay more attention in their academic skills.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. That's your writing exam. And then before we will go to your speaking, please describe first your examiner.
Oh yeah. She was really nice. I think
From where?
she's American. She's Francesca Jones, if I'm not mistaken. So she was really nice, and to tell you guys, it was a Zoom meeting, so it's not a face-to-face interview with her.
It somehow also relieve your anxiousness, lessen your anxiousness.
Yeah, actually, during my speaking exam, I was really nervous and anxious deep inside, but I tried to stay calm and relax. And yeah, I just answered all her questions. I think so. I did answer it.
Ayan. So for your part 1 question, what are
Oh,
the
part
questions?
one. So part one, he asked me about if I work or am I a student. So I answered I'm working, and then more follow-up questions about my work. Is it a, a, an easy or a hard work? So I answered it is not. I actually use an idiom to answer the back about this question, and then she again questioned me about if I see myself to do continue in doing this job in the future. So I said I envisage so something like that.
Yeah. Okay, and then what
And
else for
yeah,
part 1?
being in a hurry. That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then for part 2, what topic did you describe?
Part two. Wow. It was. I hated this topic before. I mean, all throughout my speaking. I mean, my IELTS review. It was tradition actually. So about
Tradition.
tradition. So what tradition is famous in your country? When it is celebrated? Who are the people celebrating it? So
Well, I think it's all. I think the good thing is you also encountered that question,
yeah,
but at least
and I tried
you
to like
still have an idea how
yeah
to
yeah yeah.
answer.
So at least I think I encountered it for 2 times during my speaking practices with you guys. So it is really helpful.
Okay, and then your part 3 question.
And to add, in addition, on my part two, she asked me a follow up question if whether I'm inviting my friends to like do such tradition. So I answered yes. I I answered yes. I do invite them for some time. Yeah.
Okay, part
Part
3.
three, so more on a general topic. It is related to my part two, so it is on tradition as well. So wow, this was the part where I struggled. I mean,
In what way
yeah,
did
it
you
was really
struggle?
obvious. I mean, I cannot absorb the question. She was at one point, I think it was my second or third question. She asked me about advantages and disadvantages of tradition. I mean, celebrating tradition. And then I just answered the advantages, and then I stopped. and then she follow up. I mean, she asked me again that I need what are the disadvantages. So I said, oh, the drawbacks are, so that's it. I was really not myself at that time.
Masyado kang kabado na.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then,
And then
another question.
I'm not sure if my answers was really related to the questions, but I tried to incorporate vocabs for that. And somehow, I think it helped me pretty well because I got a 7. And then, wow,
What other questions, if you could still remember for
uh,
party?
what are the difference between I mean, old tradition and the modern tradition that we have now? And then what is the effect of the technology nowadays? So I just answered the advent of technology in new Nucleic era. So yeah,
Wow.
I really
Counting
use
those words.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So after your speaking exam, okay, have you used big word, lexis, and connectors and
Yeah,
idiomatic
yeah.
expressions? So
Lexis
if you could still remember, what are those that we do use?
Lexis I have used I think several of them. Like yeah, I envisage, I surmise. What else? What else? What else? What else? Like over the moon, the idiom.
Connectors.
So connectors, yeah. However, in addition, not only but also I've used that. What else? Oh yeah,
It's good.
I guess a lot. Yeah,
There's a
I
variety.
can really remember, guys.
And then after your exam, anong feeling mo? Feeling mo pasado ka o hindi?
Wow, after the speaking exam, I was really shaking. Uh, I called my wife afterwards and I informed her that I was not confident and satisfied with my answer. I think I can do better. I can provide a better answer because I was really anxious. And before my exam, like 2 to 3 days before, I had a bad news from my family back in the Philippines. So, wow, it adds up to my anxiety and stress. So, yeah. So it was really a tough event for me. It was a tough experience.
Okay. So, what is your tips here
Uh-huh.
para sa kanila? Because you know how did you start,
Mhm.
and then because I'm also a witness that you really improved.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
how
yeah.
did you do that?
Actually,
Kwento mo sa kanila nung
yeah.
paano ka nag-umpisa.
Well, since then, when the time Sir Jeff and her and their group were practicing, he was inviting me. I think what month was that? Like September, early September
No,
or
we
August.
started like by June or May.
Oh yeah, but later on I joined them like late August or September first week. So I tried speaking with them, and then Sir Jeff actually heard how I deliver my answer. At first he was impressed at part one because I can somehow answer it directly. But the part two and part three, I was really I'm utterly not prepared for that. I don't know how to attack the question. I don't know. I don't have ideas. I don't know. I don't have organizations. So,
Well, I think for me guys, pag first na assessment ko sa mga naririnig ko mga members, pag na-impress ako for the first time in their voice, the quality of voice, majority sa kanila talaga pumapasa. Kasi talagang maganda yung voice mo, clear, and then maganda yung pronunciation, malaking factor yun. So, sa tingin ko sa kanya maganda yung boses na naririnig ko ng buo.
so yeah. Moving on. So I did my practice, speaking practice, like
Okay.
September.
So, yung tips mo,
Like late end of September, I was doing my practices. So many comments from the group. They said that I need more vocabs, idioms. I need more ideas. I don't have organization. I was monotonous. So all these things I tried to eliminate. every time I do speaking test. So first I add idioms and vocabs. So check. And then I gathered ideas. So the topics that I don't really like, I tried to search online and gather examples or opinions on how do I reason out, how do I answer correctly. And then and then organization, especially in part two, I was really upset during my performance back then. But then gradually, I was practicing every time, so I think I improved a lot.
Yung tips mo para sa mga hindi pa nagtitake.
Yeah. Guys, if you really are struggling in speaking and you're shy and like afraid to do the mock exams, I really suggest that you should overcome this shyness and fear because it will really help you. Most of the people or participants that I have been with during my exams, speaking mock test, at first they were really shy. I felt the same thing when I was in their shoes. I mean, the first time that I was doing it. So you really need to invest time and be very brave. And because if you're not going to do these things, then you're just hindering yourself. I mean, you're hindering yourself from your dreams. Yeah. So better just overcome everything and pray. Absolutely pray every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, okay, if you want to say thank you to your everyone, it's your time, especially your speaking buddies.
Oh yeah. Speaking buddies, there's a lot actually from Julie Ann's batch, Miss Anne, Sir Eds, yung the previous success story, nag-speaking buddy din kami. And my Otogs family, oh wow. Master Dan, Junar, Dandy, Miguel, Lian also, Ma'am Lian, Mel, Zaya. Wow, thank you so much. Sir Clint, he was also helpful with all his lectures and also the speaking battle. And of course, Sir Jeff, without him, without this group, it will not be possible. And another thing, because most of the my speaking buddies, I mean, most of them are trying to say that I was monotonous. So I tried doing the mock test face to face with Sir Jeff. So I did observe. He observed that I was fine. So I don't know why am I monotonous during on Zoom meetings, but face to face. So I find out that I was doing fine. So nothing to worry because I was bothered every time that I can hear these comments that I was monotonous, no emotion, no expressions. So I tried face to face. So it did well.
Okay. So guys, if you have questions, you can type in now. Balik na tayo yung question. Since okay. So since it was a Zoom interview, did you wear mask?
No, I removed my mask. So for
So they
better,
allow you.
yeah.
Okay, guys, if you have question, pwede kayo mag-type in or you can unmute yourself. Okay. Yeah. Okay. While waiting for their questions, here. Okay, the night prior your exam, what did you do?
The day prior the exam, I was I was having an anxiety attack. I was having headache. I started to feel my stomach was started to feel strange, and I was not hindi ako mapakali totally. So at night, I asked my wife if we could go to the park and actually to relax and have some good food. So it helped for some time, but afterwards, when we got back home, I was anxious, I was stressed because I was thinking of something else about what's happening on my family back in the Philippines. So I cannot really concentrate well. So the day of my exam in the morning, again, I had a bad news. So, wow, I cannot tolerate all what is happening back then. But I just prayed before I leave the house, and I really hugged my wife like
There's
for
a
that.
chat from Das. So, pwede pa ako mag-improve kasi people tell me I'm also monotonous.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Try to, yeah, like what I've had said. Try to practice it face to face. Then let the invigilator tell you what's your performance.
Das or that, I think, kasi nag face-to-face kami. Kasi I want to practice him also yung actual. So, during that practice, narinig ko naman may emotions yung boses niya, tsaka pag-deliver niya ng mga words. So, in that way, na-feel ko, hindi, kasi alam ko naman minsan nag-monotonous
Like,
siya.
naririnig mo every time nag-zoom tayo, right? Na
Sa
ay monotonous.
So,
Yeah.
nung actual, na iba naman.
And then, the actual exam, I was full blast. I give all my emotions with the examiner. Really.
Okay, do you have more questions? You can type in, okay. Before we will end this, okay, may question. Saan po yung venue? Okay, less than 10 minutes na tayo.
In part 1, to talk at lang. I guess maximum was 3 sentences at part 1 I did.
And then from the saan po venue?
Ng exam?
Ng exam.
Here, Abu Dhabi, IDP, near Cornish.
Okay. IDP office itself.
Yes, yes.
Sa office nila mismo. And then, what if you exceeded?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because the invigilator didn't stop me while answering. So
yeah, that's fine.
I'm not sure.
As long as
maybe I just delivered enough. I mean, yeah.
And as well as also correct yung mga grammar mo. Okay lang yun. So yeah, if we have more questions, we have only less than 10 minutes. Okay, Keer. Before we end this conversation. Words of wisdom, because Keer is a Muslim brother. So yeah, words of wisdom. Because mostly Christian proverbs, mga sinasabi, diba?
Well, always, I pray always, every day and every time. So I try to connect to Allah every time. I ask for forgiveness. I ask for His grace. And well, on the day of my exam, He was really with me because I was really not feeling well that time, and He really helped me for that. So without Him, everything is unattainable. So this is not possible for me. So I always think that nothing is impossible whenever you are striving and you're dedicated. So just give all your best. It is for our future anyway.
Yep, agreed. Okay, there's a question from Kaylin. Sir, nagkaroon ka ba ng times na naalala mong about your grammar?
Well, siguro fluency. Yeah. Nag-stop kasi ako eh. There are times that I paused for some time because I cannot think of a next line for my answer. And then I'm not sure. Yeah, fluency. It was really not continuous. I mean, I'm not spontaneous, especially on part 3, because I was I'm not sure how did I answer when she asked me about the modern tradition. I don't have an idea. So I don't know. So that's the time I struggled in part 3.
Okay. Yes, from Maginoo, we are proud of you here. Another victory to our group.
Yeah, palautogs. Go, go, go.
Maginoo and G. Cheers, Sir Keer. Yes. So, nawala na yung video namin doon. So, before we will end this, okay. So, wala na kayong question, guys. So, that's all for today. And see you next success story. Here, congratulations.
Thank you guys. Continue practicing and like continue. Just do your best. Do
Yeah.
your best. Don't what call this? Just do your best, guys.
Mm. Keep on practicing. So yeah, kain na kami. We have two things to celebrate: my birthday and the success of Keer. Okay, bye. Take care. Happy birthday. Thanks. Chat nyo na lang sa chat group. Okay, thank you.